What up, y'all? Welcome back to 1UPmang Game Reviews. Today I'm gonna go ahead and do an episode for Hyrule Warriors, the demo, which came out, I want to say, about 3 days ago. Now, before I go ahead and jump into that, I do want to mention, please do, if you like the video, please like it. Please leave any comments or any thoughts on the video as well as on the demo if you played it or if you haven't played it, and let me know you plan on picking it up or if you played any of the other Hyrule Warrior games. And also go ahead and subscribe if you like the content and you're looking for more. Go ahead, check out more videos, and we'll go ahead and start with the story. Here is, it takes place about 100 years before Breath of the Wild starts up. So the opening kind of shows, Hyrule Castle getting attacked by the Guardians, and it actually shows a smaller Guardian who, I guess he's just in one of these rooms in the castle. He is in a box. He's basically like a small, like a really small Guardian or small sort of creature based on their technology in Breath of the Wild, and he's getting out of this box that he's in, and he sees that Hyrule Castle is being attacked, and as that's happening, it's literally taking place right after, or pretty much exactly at the point where Zelda and Link are fighting Calamity Ganon. So as Zelda's using her light, or her power that she uses to keep Ganon or Ganondorf under her control. There's a portal that opens by this little Guardian guy. I don't think he has a name, at least in the demo he doesn't. So then he's taken back all the way back to the 100 years before Breath of the Wild, which is where our story actually begins. And it opens up to Link and a bunch of soldiers of the Hyrulean army gathering to fight an onslaught of monsters, moblins, goblins, things like that are attacking Hyrule. And basically, your goal here, and your overall goal, I would imagine, for the game when it actually comes out, is to try to prevent the uprising of Calamity Ganon, and taking on all the monsters that are being summoned by Calamity Ganon in this time frame. So that's basically the game, and from there it goes on into fighting mechanics and a tutorial. So I will start off in saying I didn't play Hyrule Warriors, the one that was released. Was it a year ago? It was a couple years ago, I think. I didn't play that. I'm not a Dynasty Warriors person, and this whole genre is not really my thing. But at the same time, I've never really given it too much of a shot. And yeah, so I didn't have plans on much for the initial Hyrule Warriors, but this one, they released a demo. I saw the showcases that they have, and during the showcase, it looked interesting, and it said there was free demo, so why not? So your gameplay includes, you're running with A, you've got light attacks with Y, and heavy attack with X. You combine both of these moves for combination abilities. You've got ZL, and if you use ZL and B, it'll guard. R to lock, R control stick to lock on to enemies. B, paraglide. Each of the characters have special attacks. So when your meter fills at the top left of the screen, press A, and for Link, it's kind of like a giant spin he does to knock out all the enemies. And then you have different abilities that you can use holding L, and the D-pad actually brings the option to heal yourself, and then use other abilities like thunder rods and fire rods that you collect from the wizards. And then if you hold R and buttons to select for that one, you've got all the Sheikah Slate abilities that you had from Breath of the Wild. Now I'm assuming this gameplay is very similar to the original Hyrule Warriors, so most of you, again, I didn't play Hyrule Warriors, so a lot of this is probably going to be very, very very similar to that, if not exactly the same. But for me, since this is my first time, I'm seeing all these different abilities. So like I said, with Link, he's got the sword, and he uses that with heavy and light attacks. He's also got a run and a dodge back with B. You can also slide into enemies off his shield, like you do in Breath of the Wild, when you can use your shield to slide it. And you go and take different posts during the attack on each attack that you begin in for each map or each stage. And you're going around doing different objectives. So you might have to escort Princess Zelda from one point to another. You might have to, for one of my examples, there was a guardian, unearthed guardian that you get to use that you can summon. So to get through the areas to get to the next area. So things like that. Very very basic gameplay. I don't think, or I didn't get much that there's that much of a story, but there is a story, and I'm for one interested to see where it goes. And I think that little guardian, he reminds me a lot of R2. Actually, he even makes the same beeps, and he's the same color. But then you have Impa, you get to play as well. She's got the same basic abilities. She can use an ZR to levitate and absorb symbols, and she can use these symbols to summon the Sheikah's, basically ghosts of ghosts of Sheikah past or Sheikah's past, and those ghosts, they help you, and you can attack multiple enemies with her ability. And then as the same thing as the magnesis and the bombs, and those slate Sheikah slate abilities, she has the same ones as well. And then you end up getting into Zelda, and Zelda very very similar again. They all have the same kind of light and heavy attacks, but Zelda, when she uses her regular abilities X, it'll use the Chrysalis to bring up like use the Chrysalis ability from the Sheikah Slate to build up these ice statues to protect her and attack the enemies. Y is used for, she uses with that all the Sheikah Slate abilities kind of all at once, so it kind of showcases all the Sheikah abilities that she uses all at once, which is really interesting and definitely a cool take. So you get to play 2 or 3 missions, I believe, in the demo here, and then you've also got the areas where you can do bonus stages, like kill 300 moblins in 2 minutes or something like that, which will help you increase your stats. You level up your characters, so you can increase your stats by doing missions like that. You can increase your stats by giving supplies that you collect on your journeys to villagers all across Hyrule. You'll increase your abilities that way. You'll get different weapons. So very very structured in that way to get a good experience, at least from my opinion here. But then once you get through those two, it opens the areas for the divine beasts, and then that's kind of where the demo ends. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good demo versus like Breath of the Wild, which Breath of the Wild is amazing game. But there wasn't very much music aside from the ambiance music, and in this game there's a good mixture of medley, but there's a combination of Legend of Zelda series songs in the actual game, so that's very different than Breath of the Wild. But as far as the sound design, that's what you're getting from the sound. Graphics, you're looking, I mean, it's Breath of the Wild. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's for me a huge advantage this game has over other demos too, is just going back to that world of Breath of the Wild, which for me, I know Hyrule Warriors, the first one, had those elements in there. So this is my first experience going back after 3 years, however long it's been since I played it, or since I beat it. But it's very very Legend of Zelda. I mean, the Breath of the Wild graphics, it might be a little less sharp or a little less detailed, but for the most part you're not going to notice too much of a difference. And then using abilities like cooking and making elixirs and stuff like that, those all play a part in this game, but in a very very different way. So again, just being back in this world, I think is really exciting, really fun. Now I didn't play the other one, and again, I'm really not a fan of Hyrule Dynasty Warriors, but this definitely gave me the idea of just, hey, this demo is pretty fun. It definitely gave me It's exactly what I expected it to be, but I would say it's more fun than I thought I would have. And it is a limited experience, obviously, with the demo, but I'm considering, I would definitely consider buying the game, but again, it's not really my genre. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys played the demo, what you thought of the review, or even what you think of Hyrule Warriors, the first one, or the next one. Personally, I'm excited to be back in this world, but Breath of the Wild 2 being, hopefully right around the corner. That's really what I want to sink my teeth into. So this one might be something I pass up for other games until then. But please, 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 let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you played the demo. Let me know if you guys are gonna get the game. Let me know if it's not your thing, and let me know. Please like the video, subscribe, check out my other videos. Please, any support is much appreciated. Follow me on Twitter, 1UPmang, and I'll check with you guys next time. Later.